Hello, everyone. Welcome in today to another episode of Raiders franchise. This week, we got a rematch against the Kansas City Chiefs, and honestly, it did not go well last time. The game wasn't as big of a blowout as it's been in years past, but it still wasn't very close. It ended up being a 38-7 final. Now, they did score a late touchdown that honestly they shouldn't have gotten. It should have been a 31-7 final, but this game wasn't that close, and it's ultimately the game that made me decide to go in a different direction at quarterback. So let's see if we can do better with a new quarterback. First thing we're going to do is jump in and do our scouting national focus. Current position's quarterback, and let's just be honest, that is exactly what we have to do. And there we go, we're set at quarterback. The next thing we're going to do is jump in and look at mock draft number 2. First up, we have Demarcus Robertson moving all the way up the board to number 1 overall to the Washington Commanders, a defensive end. 2 is Isaiah Carlisle, a quarterback. At number 3, though, they have us going with a left tackle. And honestly, I don't see that as a position that we would target. I just don't think it makes a lot of sense. At 4, they have Desperado Scott going at an outside backer who's an edge rusher. They have Kyle Howard going at number 5, a quarterback out of Rutgers. He's kind of smaller and not as athletic as I'd like from my quarterbacks. As we're scrolling through and looking, Reno Brenner was previously projected to go at number 1 overall. They have him dropping down the board here. Kewan Haas is the player I really like, and he was projected to us at number 1, and he's all the way down to number 9. He is amazing. A catching, B press, A zone, A to C man, and he's a man-to-man player. So that tells me he's probably going to have A man, which means this dude's going to be a beast. And I got to be honest with you, he could be my top target because we are going to do a trade today, and I'm not going to be afraid to get maybe 3 first-round picks in this draft. Continuing looking down the list here. Other interesting players, Josh McCollum. He's somebody I'm really interested in. He has A release, B deep route running, A catching, A to B catching traffic. When you look at his physicals, he has great to elite at pretty much everything. The only thing that's not is change of direction, and at 6'6", that's fine. His skills look amazing. So he's somebody that I think could be a steal in this draft, and he's somebody I think I want to target in round 1 as well. So right now we're looking at Kewan Haas, a receiver, and Josh McCollum, and then a quarterback. Which honestly, Carlisle does look pretty good as we go back to him. I forgot to show him off. I mean, he does look pretty good. B deep, B medium, A short, A under pressure. He's a scrambler type with great to elite throw power, great to elite strength, solid to good speeds, a little bit underwhelming, I guess, but everything else is very good. His skills look amazing, so he would make a lot of sense to take in the top 5. Kyle Howard, he has pretty good skills from what we can see as well. A short, B under pressure, A to C medium, and B deep. But he's not the athlete. That's why he's more of a pocket guy. He does have good to great throw power, which good isn't enough for me. I need great or elite, in my opinion, at quarterback. His short accuracy is pretty good at A. Like I said, he just looks like a step below Isaiah Carlisle. Looking on, there's another quarterback I actually think I like in this quite a bit, and that's going to be Ray Hobbs IV. So some of the reasons I like him, he's 22, he's 6'5", 221 and a scrambler. I like his size at quarterback. Now his under pressure is to C, his short accuracy, medium, and deep are all B, so he's not as accurate. He does have great to elite acceleration and agility, along with change of direction and jumping and speed and strength and throw power. That's what I like about him. This man's an athlete, and I really do think that he's somebody we could use. It depends on where all those things stack up, but he's somebody I'm quite excited about when it comes to just his physicals. His skills do look like they need some work. Like I said, his accuracy, he has B play action, A break sack, A stamina, B throw on the run, C under pressure. We're going to do a little more homework and see where he stacks up, but there is a chance I decide, if I can do it, get Kewan Haas, try to trade up and get Josh McCollum, and then sneak into the backside of round 1 for Ray Hobbs IV, depending on what we find out about these guys as we continue scouting. And the last quarterback, Shane Cervenka, he was Alabama's quarterback. He's a little bit raw. I mean, you can see with the C medium accuracy, but he does have A under pressure. He's only 21 years old, which is nice. His physicals are awesome. The only thing that he lacks is great throw power. He has solid to good, which is enough, but that's something that can hold you back as a quarterback. So we'll have to see kind of what his range is. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Bo Nix, honestly. Now, there are 2 players at the end of round 1 that I really like. DJ Dixon at Georgia, he burned us in the Coach KJ Dynasty. He's 6'2", 257 pounds. He's a power back. D ball carrier vision, though, which with me controlling him won't matter. A CPU controlling him, that will matter. He has good to great acceleration, solid to good agility, and his speed's great to elite. So he's somebody that I think could be an awesome power back. And then the final guy's tight end, Kyle Hinder. I'm surprised he got into the back half of the first round here. He was our tight end at Florida. He never put up the greatest stats, but he made a ton of big plays for us. He's somebody that has great great to elite speed, great to elite agility, good to great acceleration, and some pretty good skills with A, catching, A, break tackle. Pretty good injury at B, which matters in this game, and B, run blocking, which will also matter. So I'm interested in Kyle Hinder, but not this high. I don't think we need a tight end at the top of the draft, especially with Michael Mayer on the team. We could use some depth, but not somebody I'd take in round 1. So since today's the trade deadline, before we jump into our game against Chiefs, we are going to try to make one more trade, and we're going to look to move Josh Jacobs. I found a team that's in the playoff hunt. That makes a lot of sense. They're weak at running back if you look at their team. Devin Singletary has not been fantastic if you just look at his stats this year. He's a decent player, but not a great player. He's averaging 3.6 yards a carry. He has 4 touchdowns. And as you can see, this team is right in the thick of the playoff hunt. They are 3-1, 3-2, 4-2. So they need some help here with Kyler Murray. They have somebody for the future in Barry Reed, which means it doesn't make a ton of sense. But in today's NFL, Josh Jacobs would be worth trading for and getting maybe 2 or 3 more years out of. So we're going to add Devin Singletary in. Now in this trade, I want a first round pick from him. I'll take a future 3. I want a current 4 and a current 7. Let's see if that'll go through. So we need to add a player. Oh, I didn't realize their cap was off. Bottom of their rosters, Carson Green, a right tackle. Let's see if that'll help. That gets us over the edge. Let's submit this through. And it's accepted. We have a trade. We're sending Josh Jacobs to the Arizona Cardinals for Devin Singletary, who's basically going to be a 1-year rental. I don't even think he'll be our starting back. Carson Green, he's just a throw-in for salary cap. We're going to cut him. A first-round pick this year, a 4th-round pick this year, and a 7 this year, and a 3 next year. This is a big trade, but for a 98 overall running back, it makes sense. I know it's more than what Christian McCaffrey went for, but they do have the ability to franchise tag him, and I think you'll see the Cardinals be quite interested in bringing him back long term, so that's why they're willing to give up so much for him. Like I said, we do have to release a player, and that's going to be Carson Green. We're not going to keep him on our roster. The reason it made sense to trade away Josh Jacobs was honestly, he just didn't really fit what I was looking for. As good of a player as he is, I just couldn't get him going, and the amount of money I was going to have to pay him in the future just didn't add up, and honestly, I think draft capital matters. This team is in a rebuild, so ultimately, Josh Jacobs ends up becoming the victim of that, so we do what we have to do, and we move on. We wish him well in Arizona. Won't see him that often. We'll see if he hits the free agent market. This was the right decision for us. Now, taking a look at our starting lineup for this week, we have La'el Collins in at left guard, and you can see Jed Compton's a superstar at right tackle. That's huge for us. That's a really great find. I didn't realize he was a superstar, Devin. We unlocked it. That's excellent news. And Damian Harris, like I said, will be our starting back. Devin Singletary is going to be the backup, and Greg Harwick is going to be our 3rd down receiving back. On defense, we have the same starting defense we usually do. DeMar Cox is back in the lineup, and we hope to see him make a bigger impact than he did last week. Hello, everyone. Welcome in today. We are at the home of the Kansas City Chiefs, Arrowhead Stadium. This is going to be a tough matchup. Like I said, I showed it. This is a revenge game. We got to do better against these guys. Devontae had a huge week last week. We expect a ton out of him. Let's get into this one. The Chiefs are going to open up with the ball as the Raiders are in all whites today. You don't see this very often. It doesn't look like this will be a return, as that's a kneel in the end zone. Let's see what we can do against Pat Mahomes. He's such a beast, man. He's yet to throw an interception this season. He has 12 touchdowns, no picks, 1,400 yards. Chiefs opening the gun. Of course, they're going to pass. Tillery gets a little pressure on Mahomes. He gets moved off his spot, and that's broken up by Marcus Epps. Nobody in the backfield with Mahomes here on 2nd and 10. This is going to be a pass. I'm not shocked. Creed Humphrey gets all over us. That's a miss. Kadarius Toney couldn't get his hands there. 3rd and long now. Pacheco's in the game. They have Kelsey lining up at traditional tight end. There we go. We got a little pressure on Mahomes, and that caused the incompletion to Kelsey. Mahomes is 0 for 3 today. We've never seen him start this poorly. Taking a look at Russell Wilson, he's played really well since we brought him over. He's averaging 300 yards a game. He has 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. He's been really good. We're going to open up this game under center. Wilson giving Damian Harris the new starting back to carry, and that one goes nowhere. It was just a 2-yard gain. I know it seems a little bit counterproductive to move on from your best player when we just made a trade for a quarterback because I was sick of losing, but we had to make some sort of change here and get some better draft picks. Honestly, this team they're not good, so at the end of the day, we need to do everything we can to improve our future, as Wilson's going to miss down the field, and we got to punt it back to the Chiefs. Not to mention, I think an offense can actually function without a great running back out there. I don't think we can function without a quarterback, so it's a trade-off that's worth taking. Chiefs got their first down of the game, as that's going to be a handoff to Pacheco, who breaks the tackle and goes for 3. 2nd and 7 here. Mahomes in the gun. He's going to pass. We get no pressure on him. He finds Rashee Rice. It's still 3rd down. We can get a stop here. 3 tight ends in the game here. I would not be shocked if this is a run at all. And that's exactly what it is. Pacheco hit, and he's not going to get there. 4th down. Raiders get the stop. They should have to punt now. Raiders take over and get Damian Harris another carry here. He's going to get to the outside. He can't quite cut it back. That's a solid carry, though. He picks up 7. Again, they're going to throw the bubble out there to Davante Adams. He breaks the tackle. He has a chance. If he has more speed, he tries to juke somebody out. He couldn't do that. He's not great after the catch, truthfully. At least not here in Madden anyway. He doesn't have a ton of moves. He gets you what's there, though, which you'll take, as that's Harris going nowhere. Collins kind of stopped him up and got in his way. Wilson, nobody beside him in the backfield. They're going to go quick out to the flats. That's their receiving back, Harwick, who takes over. And that's a big gain down the sideline there. We're across midfield down to the 33. Harwick remains in the game here. This is play action. Underneath right there. That's going to be dropped by Mayer. Wilson in the gun again, looking to pass. That's going to be Renfro, and that should have been picked. We're lucky that was dropped by Nick Bolton. We're in relative field goal range, so we got to be careful as we go underneath, and that's a miss. Jacoby Myers was open. That could have been a 1st down. We're going to have to settle for a long field goal here. And these kicks have not been automatic with Daniel Carlson. We've actually struggled on the deeper ones. It's up, and he's going to drill it. 3-0. Chiefs take over, needing an answer on this drive. They love to throw the ball a little too much, in my opinion, as they throw it down the field. That should have been picked, and it ends up picked. It bounced to Jeff Okudah. What a play there. That's a weird interception, but we'll take it. We are set up with excellent field position now. Russ under center here, and it's just drop back. We're going to go deep. One-on-one, Davante, and he overthrew him. That was a tough one anyway. We wanted to take a shot. 2nd down, Russ looking to pass. He goes underneath. That's Jacoby Myers open. Nobody's over there. He steps out of bounds. At least he got the 1st down. Staying under center. They hand it off. That's Damian Harris cutting it back. That's a solid rush right there. He took that for 7. I will say you should expect to see a bit of a rotation. We're going to get Devin Singletary worked in here. As we go to the end zone, that's 1-on-1. Trent McDuffie recovers and spots it down. 3rd and 3 here. We're throwing it quick. That's Davante Adams. He's got to run through L'Jarius Sneed, and he gets that 1st down. Staying right in the same formation. We're going to go to the backside. Damian Harris gets the edge here. That's down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and 4 now. Russ in the gun here. He's going to hand it off. That's Damian Harris, bottled up immediately. 3rd down. 3rd and 4, going to the end zone. Michael Mayer, 1-on-1. That's swatted down. We didn't have another option. We're going to take our 3 here. At least we get points off the turnover. Truthfully, we should have run that. As it's up, it's good. 6-0 Raiders. Mahomes coming out under center to start this drive. That's going to be play action. I thought he got me there. That's a great throw to Sky Moore. Mahomes in the gun. Pacheco's next to him. I think they could run. Oh, I was wrong. They're not running that. That's a completion to Rashee Rice into tight coverage. At the end of 1, it is 6-0 Raiders. The Chiefs have not played like themselves at all. We've been the better team, and we still struggle in the red zone. We need to fix that. 1st and 10, and it's going to be a pass to open up 2nd quarter. Quick underneath. Rashee Rice gets it for 6. That's going to be a quick pass down the field. Kadarius Toney beat Christopher Smith for a huge gain down to the 15-yard line. That's a 27-yard pickup. Mahomes under center, 2 tight ends in the game. We send a blitz at him. It doesn't matter. That's going to be a little bit of pressure, though. Akeem Davis-Gaither with the sack. 2nd and 20 now for the Chiefs. 2nd and 20, of course, they're going to pass here. That's Young putting a little bit of pressure on Mahomes, causing him to miss toward the sideline. 3rd and 20 now. We're going to run some dime defense against these guys here and hope we don't give up the big play as Mahomes, he's on the move and throws it away prior to taking sack. We're going to hold him to 3. Mahomes has been bottled up today. So this right here is going to be a 41-yard field goal for Harrison Butker, one of the better kickers in the league. It's up, and he drills it. 6-3, Raiders leading. Raiders take over here. They're going to give this ball to Damian Harris, who cuts it back. That's a great 6-yard rush. We'll take that. Devin Singletary is going to check into the game for the first time as an Las Vegas Raider. He gets the carry here up the middle. That's a nice carry right there. That's going to go for 10 yards. He remains in the game here as we're looking to pass. Hunter Renfro, that's just a miss, and it might be for the better. For some reason, we cannot get our passing offense going today as Singletary's hit in the backfield as we tried to run it. That one goes for no gain. 3rd and 10 now. We got to pass. Russell in the pocket. He gets hit as he releases it. Dang, man. We're going to probably have to punt this one back. Chris Jones making an impact. You've got to worry about giving Mahomes a little bit of momentum here. They're going to hand it off to Pacheco to start this drive, and that's going to be Marcus Epps coming down and making the play. They do not run the ball enough, though, honestly. That is one of the biggest issues with this playbook. They need to learn to run the ball. I know Mahomes is awesome, but they just put it all on him, and they make him do everything, as that's Pacheco underneath, breaking Epps' tackle. I don't know, man. Marcus Epps has to be replaced. He might find himself cut at season's end if his contract isn't up. 1st and 10. Mahomes is in the gun. 2 tight ends in the game, though, which is why I thought it was a run, and that's Rashee Rice on the RPO going down the sideline for a big gain. Mahomes up under center here. He throws it quick. That's going to be Sky Moore with the reception. That's a 7-yard gain. We ran a little zone there. It doesn't work against him. If I'm the Chiefs, I run it here, but they disagree. They go down the field, and that's Rashee Rice wide open. I don't know, man. These defense needs to figure themselves out. Pat's getting pretty hot here today, so we need to be careful. We need to at least hold him to 3. To the end zone. That's a great play right there by Jeff Okudah to swat that one down. 2nd and goal now. They spread us out 5 wide here. And they actually do hand it off. I didn't expect that. Divine Diablo and Jeff Okudah tackle Pacheco, though. 3rd and goal from the 6 now. Mahomes in the gun. There's no way they run this. We're going to send a blitz at him in hopes that we can get that ball out quick, and it doesn't matter. That's a touchdown. Travis Kelce beats Marcus Epps. That's a matchup that just doesn't work. Epps, he gets exposed every time. Fullback in the game here as we're looking to pass. We're going to go to Adams underneath, and that's a miss. Russell Wilson's played terrible today. He's 4 of 14. Back under center, and we're going to play action this. And we're going to go down the field. Devontae Adams, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie makes the play. Jed Compton can't get him down. Ultimately, we do, but he's at the 15-yard line. That's a big mistake there. I got to look at the replay. I think it kind of got lobbed because Russ got hit. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, you could see Russ was hit there as the ball came out, and it was a wobbler. If he was able to put that on a line, it still might have been picked, but it was behind him and allowed McDuffie to get into the play. So 1st and 10 for Pat Mahomes at the 15-yard line. We need to find some way to do something against him here as he finds Rashee Rice for a short gain. 2 tight ends in the game here. This might be a run. It's the only time they like to run it, and that's Marcus Epps overrunning Pacheco again. I don't know, man. I got to get this guy out of the game. He might need to be benched. I bet you the Chiefs run this again, so we're going to bring a bunch of guys up to the line of scrimmage in hopes that that stops him as Epps does not get Pacheco down, but Tyree Wilson knocks him out of bounds. 2nd and goal at the 1. We need a miracle here. We got to hold him out of the end zone. But we're going to still keep a bunch of people at the line of scrimmage. I don't trust that Mahomes is going to throw it. He did, but luckily Tony dropped it. That's what he's best at. 3rd and goal at the 1. Don't be surprised if they run it. That's why we're sending a blitz. And I was wrong. They passed. That's an easy touchdown. Travis Kelce. Chiefs take a 17-6 lead now. We got a 2-minute drill here. Let's see what we can do. We have Devontae Adams open. That's an easy completion to start it off. Let's rush to the line and keep moving. Russ, come on, snap the ball. There we go. We're going to go out into the flats. That's McDuffie on Tucker. That's a short gain. We're going to call a timeout. 3rd and 1 here. We need a first down. Michael Mayer wide open underneath. That's exactly what we needed. Let's get this drive moving now. Russ, come on, snap the ball. There we go. Takes a minute, but we get it off. We go down the field. Devontae Adams, that should have been picked. L'Jarius Sneed knew where that ball was going all along. 2nd down, 10. We're looking to pass here. That's going to be one-on-one. Michael Mayer, that's going to be a flag. Eric Reed interfered with him there. I'm going to take a shot to my tight end, and that's exactly what happens. We get a big play out of that. 1st and 10 now at the 42. We're looking to take a shot. We're going to go underneath, though. They followed Mayer, so we go to Harwick underneath. Let's rush to the line. 2nd and 2 now. Let's get the snap off, Russ. And he's going to take the sack. I was trying to throw it. He just didn't get it out. 3rd and 8 now. We need some yardage if we want to hit a field goal. We're going to take a sack. Dude, nobody came open. Charles Omenihu won. We're going to have to look and see who he beat. So remind me never to call this play again. Michael Mayer ran right into our right tackle, and that left Omenihu unblocked. I'm never calling that play again unless I change Mayer's route. Heading into halftime, the Raiders haven't played well today, but I'm proud to say this isn't a blowout like normal when we haven't had our best stuff on offense. It's 17-6. We're still in it. We can figure it out in the second half, and we'll do better. That's our goal anyway. Packers in Miami. Let's take a look at the score of this one. It's 14-10 Packers, who are 1-6. They're looking pretty terrible. The Dolphins need this win. Next up, we have the Titans at the Jets. This is a 14-3 Titans lead with Kirk Cousins. He's a pretty, he's outdueling Aaron Rodgers today. He's looked pretty good. Next up, we have the Lions at the Colts. This ought to be an interesting one. It's 21-14 Colts. They both suck, though, and I don't understand why. The Colts are 1-5. The Lions are 2-5. Richardson's been pretty good minus his pick, and so is Goff, honestly. We do get the ball here to open up the second half as they're booting it down there. Gabriel Bowens is going to take this one out of the end zone. There's a little bit of a crease. He's up across almost to the 30-yard line. Nice return. It's been a bit of a struggle for this offense so far as they go to Damian Harris. And he, again, has nowhere to go. Running the ball has not worked. Russ under center, dropping back. This is going to be a pass. He gets on the move. There's nobody covering Michael Mayer. That's going to be a flag. And it was incomplete anyway. We should have just kept running with that one. He went past the line of scrimmage. What a mistake by Russ Wilson. Honestly, I don't think I've ever done that before. 3rd and long now for the Raiders. Russ, he's feeling no pressure down the field, and that play just didn't work, man. Reed Blankenship read it perfectly. Chiefs take over here following a 3-and-out. Mahomes gets it out quick. That's intercepted. Akeem Davis-Gaither in the right spot. He might go back to the house. And he does. Touchdown, Raiders. They're right back in this one. We needed our defense to step up. That's the difference between having Russell Wilson, though, and having Malik Willis. We're not turning it over when we have to pass as often. We still threw a pick today, but that was a huge play right there. Looking for 2 here. We're going to go underneath. That's going to be Mayer. He should be in. Why are they? Okay, he is. Whew, I was worried there. 17-14. We're down by 3. Pat Mahomes has not had his best stuff today. So that's good for the Raiders. We're still losing against them, which is the scary part here, but was not a good team, honestly. I'm hoping we get another stop and we can take the lead here today. I want my one chance to beat the Chiefs. We haven't done it yet, and the games haven't been all that competitive, truthfully, at the end of the day. They haven't been super blowouts like they were at the beginning, as that's another almost first down for the Chiefs. Everybody down at the line of scrimmage here on 2nd and inches. I'm expecting a run. Mahomes tries to draw us off sides, and he gives it to Pacheco straight up the middle. Nobody's there. That's a good run. We got worked a little bit on this play, as they have 3 tight ends in the game. They might run it back-to-back times, and they do. That's Divine Diablo not making the play, and a big run by Pacheco, who's still going across the 30. With Mahomes not having his best day and this ground game working, if I'm them, I lean directly into this. It's their best bet going forward as they decide to pass. That's going to be Rashee Rice holding on. 2nd and 2 now. We're going to walk Epps down by the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 2 here. They have a fullback in the game, which is not something Chiefs do often anymore, as that's a run and a TFL by Tyree Wilson. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 here. I'm expecting a pass. We're going to come up on these guys and try to get some pressure on Mahomes as he throws it quick underneath. That's Divine Diablo being beat by Travis Kelce for the first down. Fresh set of downs here, and they're down inside of the red zone now. We need a stop. We have to hold him to 3. Mahomes is almost automatic, but Rashee Rice drops it. Big play for our defense. Mahomes under center, 2nd and 10, midway through the 3rd quarter. Let's see if we can finally get a stop. As first down didn't go their way, we get pressure on Mahomes. That's an incompletion. Big play by Max Crosby. So now it's 3rd and long. Mahomes in the gun here, 3rd and 10. We're trying to get pressure on him. Tillery, and we do. Divine Diablo gets the sack. 4th and 16. We're going to hold him to 3. This right here is about a 41-yard field goal again, and it's up, and it's good. 20-14, Kansas City. Wilson in the gun. We're going to go back to the ground game. That's Damian Harris. Again, not finding much space here. He's averaging 3.5 yards per carry. 2nd and 6, though, for Wilson. And again, we're going to hand it off. And again, we have nowhere to go. Come on, guys. We need a lot here on 3rd and 7. We're looking to pass. We're going to go down the field one-on-one. That's Devontae Adams and L'Jarius Sneed, and Russ overthrows him. Man, he's 8 of 22 today. That's another stop for this Chiefs defense. Chiefs take over at about the 25-yard line. They're going to adjust something. Pat Mahomes sees something he likes here. It's okay. Flip the play. We're going to line up in man coverage and try to keep it in front of you as Mahomes is feeling some pressure. He goes down the field. Divine Diablo should have picked that off. He was on Tony. That's not a good matchup. But he was stride for stride. He should have had a pick there. 2nd and 10 now. Mahomes. He's adjusting something again. Again, not feeling any pressure. That's Jacorian Bennett, who is beat. 1st down, Chiefs. They're moving the ball quickly. We're going to adjust to some zone on this play, and it doesn't work at all as Sky Moore comes open late. This is probably a run here, truthfully. I don't like the formation we're in at all, but it works. He just drags Crosby down the field, though, for a 5-yard gain. They're looking to pass. He throws it underneath again. That's a Sky Moore completion, I think. I can't tell who caught that, but it's 3rd and 2. Mahomes up under center here. They got Pacheco. We're going to go and send some pressure at him, and it doesn't matter. Noah Gray holds on. 1st down, Chiefs. Man coverage isn't working either now. They're beating us. They got DeMar Cox in the edge here on a 3-4 as they go down the middle of the field. That's going to be a completion to Sky Moore. They got me speechless right now. We need a stop here as Mahomes is going to hand it off. That's Pacheco, and he's going to break the tackle again and fall forward for 9. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. It's a 6-point game, but it's likely going to grow on this possession. Our offense has not been able to pass the ball at all, and it's been kind of the death of us. 2nd and 1 now. Pacheco behind Mahomes. This is probably a run. And that's exactly what it is, and nobody can get off their blocks, man. That's another 1st down and goal for the Chiefs. 2 backs in the game here. They're going to throw it out of that formation. 1-on-1. Nate Hobbs was beat by Kadarius Toney. Touchdown, Chiefs. What are you doing, Hobbs? Chiefs are going to go for 2 here to try to make it a 14-point game. I don't blame them. They throw it, and it's incomplete. We'll take that. It's a 12-point game. Wilson's going to drop back looking to pass here. Tuck and take a sack. What are we doing, Miller? You should be looking at him. Our offense has been basically straight trash today as we go down the field. Trey Tucker can't hold on. He gets hit and he drops it. Wilson again looking to pass. This time he goes down the middle of the field. That's Jacoby Myers who drops it himself. What is going on, man? Why every time we play the Chiefs, our receivers suck all of a sudden? No shot that I'm punting this. 4th and 15. We're down this much with 9.5 minutes left. We have to go for it. I'm tired of this crap. We're going to go across the field, and look at that. It's going to be a perfect play. Incomplete. Chiefs get the ball back. Russell Wilson's 8 of 25. Man, this team is frustrating to play, and I don't know what's going on with Russ and our receivers. They just suck today. Pat feeling a little bit of pressure on the screen, finds Rashee Rice. Perfect blocks down the field. Touchdown, Kansas City. They take a 3-score lead here. Of course, they're going to continue their trend of blowing us out. Bowens gets the edge on the return, though. We are going to get a kick return for a touchdown. Gabriel Bowens is a weapon on special teams. Touchdown, Raiders. We're still kind of in this game, but our defense cannot stop the Chiefs. We're at least back down 2 scores, though. Mahomes is going to open up in the gun. They're probably going to keep passing. It's what they're best at. He's feeling a little bit of pressure on the move to the left, and that's going to be Sky Moore beating Jacorian Bennett. Even when we do things well, they're just not working. We get him on the move, and he still finds his guy open. That's why Mahomes is who he is, though, is that's going to be Sky Moore. Right down the middle of the field, big play. Chiefs are in field goal range. They're going to go back up 3 scores in a matter of minutes. 3 tight ends in the game with Pacheco. This is going to be a run, and it's blown up by Max Crosby. It's the first time he's made a play all day, it feels like. Get a little pressure, would you, buddy? 1 tackle from our best player. I hate to tell you, but Jawan Taylor's not that good. You need to do more here, as that's going to be an easy completion. Of course, Kadarius Toney holds on through contact. Definitely the Chiefs have me frustrated again, man. We can't stop them, and I don't know what to do. Mahomes is just... He's Mahomes, don't get me wrong, but he's not perfect. We had 2 picks, and we still couldn't capitalize today. We can't get any pressure. Like, he gets away from it every time we do get any sort of interior pressure on him. Pacheco's been awesome once again. 1st and goal now. Mahomes is going to pass out of goal line. Didn't expect that. We still can't get pressure on him, though. So somebody will come open. Nope, he actually has to throw it away. We're going to stay right in the goal line formation. Hopefully we can somehow get a stop here. At least hold him to 3, as that's Pacheco not getting in. 3rd and goal at the 1. They are looking to spread us out here. They probably are going to pass it, but I don't care. I'm staying in goal line. They hand it off, and Pacheco goes in untouched. We're in goal line, guys. How do you not get any penetration? Wilson looking to pass. Play action. He's going to go on. What was that, man? What was that? Like, I'm okay with losing, but I hate when the CPU predetermines you're going to play your worst game of the season. And they're like, oh, nope, you can't win today. Look at that. Perfect play. Willie Gabe was going away from that. Seen me throw it and just ran there. 3rd and 10 now. Let's see what we can do. We're going to go to Devontae Adams, and that's a L'Jarius Sneed knowing exactly what's happening. 8 of 28. Wilson, come on, man. Why in the world would they want me to punt this here? There is no shot that I'm going to do that, as that's going to be a pick. That was on me. I should have waited a few more seconds. Can't be mad at Russ for that one. Safe to say this has not gone how I thought it would today. We started off really good, and then things just fell apart late. The Chiefs started blowing us out, and our offense never got going. We sputtered from the beginning. Let's see if we can get a stop and maybe hold them to 3 so this game doesn't get quite so ugly as he goes to the end zone. What is Morig doing, dude? Third and 7 here. This should be the final play of the ball game. See if we can get a little pressure on Mahomes. We don't, and Kelsey's probably going to score because Morig's nowhere over there in man coverage. What is going on with this team, man? Let's keep looking, go down the field here. That's going to be Michael Mayer. Coming open, we're going to throw it, and it's going to get picked or something. Nope, touchdown. We get up some garbage time points here. This game was completely out of control. Chiefs blow us out again here today. Coach Jim Caldwell can't be feeling very safe. Honestly, we're playing worse this season than what we were last year. You know, this has not been very good. We might make a change at the coordinator position, and if we do, that's going to bring in a new playbook. And, you know, I'm a little worried about doing that, but, you know, something's got to change here. We're not playing very well. Maybe it's time for a coaching change or a coaching shakeup. I've never seen a quarterback perform this poorly, and I don't know why Russ did, honestly. He had a touchdown and a pick, 139 yards, 11 of 37. He hit 29% of his passes, and for much of the game, he either couldn't hit anybody or our guys would drop it when it got to him. We couldn't run the ball. We had only considered 3 drops, but I felt like there was more than that. Nobody was getting open, though. This was by far one of the most frustrating games of the series. I can't give anybody credit. Nobody had a good day. You know, what are you supposed to do when your team's just not playing well? I know the Chiefs are really good, but I don't feel like they're this good. But ultimately, that's what happens when you play a guy like Pat Mahomes. He hit 71% of his passes, almost 400 yards. He threw 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. We did bottle up Pacheco in the end, but Rashee Rice and Sky Moore both dominated us. Really, everybody on the offense for the Chiefs did. Defensively, you know, they played well. What do you want me to say? They had like 3 sacks. Yep, 3 sacks. They had a pick. We didn't turn the ball over a bunch. We just couldn't get out of our own way, and they got some late points because I didn't punt it when I probably should have. But this ended up being a blowout, and it's a disappointing loss. Coming out of this one, we have some upgrades. We're going to hit up Gabriel Bowens first. And for him, I'm going to go into slot just because I want him to be a better receiver. Playmaker would help him with his return ability, but I want to see if we can get him on the field. This kid's dynamic. Next up, we have Akeem Davis-Gaither, and I'm going to go into pass coverage and get that up. He's up to a 77 overall. Acceleration, 3 zone, and a play rec. The final one is Tyree Wilson, and we are going to go into speed rusher. I need to get him as a more well-rounded pass rusher, truthfully. He gets +1 speed and 1 finesse move. Next week, we have a game that should be winnable. We are better than the Broncos, and I fully expect us to be able to beat this team and their rookie quarterback, Jack Garola. We're going to jump in and look at them real quick. Jack Garola is their starting quarterback. He was our QB when we were in our Coach KJ Dynasty. He's somebody I wanted to draft, but once I seen his round grade, I couldn't do it, and that's how we ended up in this quarterback situation. He still has some upside. He's a 72 overall, but only normal dev. He's a bit more of a scrambler. He doesn't have the strongest arm. He does have a good arm, though, so I'm excited to face him for the first time in the series. He has some help around him with Javonte Williams, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, and Tim Patrick. Tight end's a little weak. O-line looks like they're decent. They have a weakness with Robert Hainsey at center. Their defense looks like they can be had a little bit on the D-line. Heck, even at linebacker, truthfully, they look like, they look like they're worse than us. So I think if we play this smart, we should be able to go out there and beat the Broncos and get our second win. Hopefully, it's not as frustrating as that Chiefs game. And maybe I made the wrong decision getting rid of Jacobs. Our ground game was non-existent. We'll have to see, though. And hopefully we can get it figured out. I'm just excited to take on Jack Garola for the first time, so I'll see you in the next episode. I will say, if we drop to 1-8 on the season after that one, maybe even if we win, I might jump to 2 games an episode to get through this season a little bit quicker. Like I said, you won't see every play. It'll be a little bit more highlight style. The commentary will be a little weird because it'll be just down-to-down focused, unless I'm making a big point after a touchdown or something. I just think that we need to get through this season, and we need to get moving along a little bit quicker if things are not going well for us. But I want our first game against the Broncos to stand alone because Jack Garola is from the Coach KJ Dynasty. But I want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm LDJ11. Have a great day, and I'm out.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars, crashing in my car. Wake up